I do services where I help people out with sexual, like oral sex and
Wait.
Yeah.
Slow your roll. You do services, you help people out with what?
Objection.
Overruled.
Objection.
Sustained.
Hello there. Welcome back to Sustained Overruled. I am your host, the Anonymous Attorney. I finally got a chance to get back to my long form videos. I've been exceptionally busy, okay? I have a real job. Okay? A very dear friend of mine, Rose, shared this video with me. Probably one of the craziest court TV or arbitration videos I've ever seen. Okay, I hope you guys will be as entertained as I was. It's a very wild video. It's out of the ordinary, but on the defendant's part, it was rather clever. Okay, so let's jump right into this video.
This is the plaintiff, Stephen Townsend. He says he rented a room in the defendant's house, and let's just say things didn't work out too well while he lived there. The defendant barged into his room one day when he was with his girl. They got into a heated argument, and when she started swinging a baseball bat, the cops were called. Needless.
One of the folks in the gallery, she literally raised her eyebrows.
To say, he wanted to defuse the situation, so he left. When he returned, all of his stuff was gone. The defendant stole his belongings, and that's why he's here today, suing for the $2,000 he's owed. This is the defendant, Lakia Washington. She says the plaintiff never...
By the way she's walking, you can just tell that she's about her business, okay? That walk right there reminded me of Morgan Tremaine.
Rented a room from her. He was there for other reasons.
You can just tell.
Around with her cousin. Her cousin liked him, so she let him stay over sometimes. Turns out her cousin got pregnant. She discovered the plaintiff also had another girl on the side. They broke up. He left, and she thought that was that. Now the guy's claiming he lived there and she stole his stuff? Preposterous. Simply preposterous. She's accused of kicking a guy to the curb.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Mr. Townsend, you are suing Ms. Washington for $2,000, a value of items that you say she has kept of yours and refuses to return and or repay you for. Let me hear it.
What happened was I was actually responding to an ad I saw, on Craigslist for an apartment. I was looking for my own room to rent. When I saw this ad, I responded to it.
Do you happen to have the ad?
I do not have the actual ad.
Okay.
And then I responded to the ad and I got the room.
From her?
From Lakia.
Okay.
And my girlfriend, Dominique, was actually with me on the same day that I, initially, paid the first amount of rent. When I'm living there for 2 months, third month comes and, and then this event occurs.
And how much rent were you paying? You had lived there for 3 months?
Correct.
And you had paid $550 per month?
Anna, if I remember correctly, I believe the litigants are from the city. I might be mistaken, but from what I recall, they lived in the city, and $500 is a steal for NYC.
On this last month, you didn't pay the full five.
That's correct.
Right. Is it 500 or 550? 500.
500.
And you had paid instead how much?
About $250 that month.
Okay. And why you didn't have the money?
I didn't have the money that month.
So what happens on that day?
Like I said, my girlfriend and I were in the room, and Lakia and her friend, the other friend first came into the room and asking me, can I give them a few bucks, to help out or whatever. So I'm like,
help out what?
As far as my rent goes, to, I guess, push forward.
Who's the other person who's doing that?
The other person were supposedly Lakia's friends.
Who lived there?
They did not live there. They were there at the time visiting.
So they were asking for money on behalf of Lakia?
Correct.
Okay, go on.
That makes sense.
And I said I didn't have it at the time. And they're like, well, if you can't pay now, then you can't have company. Your girlfriend has to leave. What? So she has to go now. So then I'm like, well, I'm not going to send her out there with you, with crazy girls.
So they say she has to go, and what do you guys do?
And then we both leave.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to go with my girlfriend.
And then what
outside.
happens?
I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to walk her to where she has to go, and then I'm going to come back. And then Lakia comes outside with a bat now. She's swinging the
With
bat.
a bat?
With a baseball bat, Judge, and swinging it at my girlfriend in her direction, but didn't actually hit her.
Then you have to be skipping some of the story.
Right.
There has to be more to this than what I'm
Right.
hearing.
Absolutely not.
What's going
I wish
on?
there was
Thank
more,
you.
so I
What's
could even
going on?
understand
Okay,
this.
one, he was never renting a room for me. That's one. He know
He's according to him, he lived there for 3 months.
he was not staying there in the room. He was staying there because the simple fact is he met my cousin. I do services where I help people out with sexual, like oral sex and
Wait.
Yeah.
You should have said. Let's. Okay.
Slow your roll.
Right. Too fast.
You do services. You help people
Yes.
out with what?
oral sex and
I don't know. Let's not interrupt Lakia.
like couples, relationships, like people who have problems
Just
and
helping
that.
them out.
You do what?
I show them
The audience members are killing me. Especially this one over here. She's like, what?
positions. I show them tricks and
Okay, girl.
You're an oral sex teacher?
oral sex. It's like this sex period, but my specialty is oral sex. My other
The audience members are killing me. Look at her over here.
friend, her specialty is other things, but she's not here today to defend herself, so we're not going to bring that up. Okay.
You're doing this from where? From that apartment?
No,
Weird.
I'm not doing it from my apartment. See,
studio.
how I met him through my little cousin. Okay. Now that night, when the altercation happened, we didn't know he had a girlfriend. My little cousin did not know he had a girlfriend. My little cousin was at the time 6 months pregnant. She was
She
accused
is shook. Her girl is shook.
and Mr. Thompson of being the father.
Wait.
See, the lie.
Stop. He doesn't live there, but he's the
stays-
father
no,
of
no, no, no.
somebody who does.
He
He's the father of
stays-
the baby of somebody who does.
No,
live there?
I allowed him to stay there because he lost his job. Because he was sleeping on the job at being a security guard. He fell asleep and that's how he lost
So
his
he
job.
was staying there, but he wasn't paying rent.
No, he was paying me money for my services.
I don't know what you mean by that. He was paying you money so that you could give him oral sex?
No, not give him oral sex. No.
Okay, teach him
I like
how to give somebody else oral sex?
Yeah, females, males. Like
What was he paying you for? Who was he having you teach? What was
my little cousin.
What a
Because
mess.
she younger.
he
He like
paid
younger
you?
girls.
How old's your little cousin?
She's 20.
So he paid you so you could teach your little cousin how to give
No,
oral
how
sex?
he can give my cousin oral sex. I'm bisexual.
He paid you.
That girl thinks so quick. She is such a fast thinker. She's quick, okay? She is very fast. She just changes. She shifts gears left and right. The judge cannot see her coming.
Do it again. He
So
paid
he
you.
can teach.
He paid you so that
He can teach my cousin how to give oral sex because, all right, one, I never wanted to do business with him because
Okay.
no, you need to slow down. He paid
so
you. Stop. He paid you so that who could teach your cousin?
so that I can teach my cousin, not like do it, perform it on her, but we use fruits and
Good girl.
toys.
More power.
So he paid you
Yes,
for you to teach your own cousin.
Right.
that's not my blood cousin.
That's what I said. This girl is quick. She is so quick. Mm-mm.
And how much did he pay you for that?
He was paying me $500.
500 or what?
He was paying me $500 a month.
Do you live in government housing by any chance?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, so either you're subletting to somebody which you don't have the authority to do because you're claiming that you don't have the money to rent your own place and all of the rest of us have to help pay your rent, or you're running a brothel from a government subsidized
running a
apartment.
brothel.
It can only be one or the
The
other.
cops was called to my house that night. 3
So
times.
he's paying you $500
She's so confused. And she's like, yep, the judge got you.
a month.
I charge more than
Everybody,
that.
she's concerned. I don't know. Hello. She was like, I don't believe you. They're all looking at Lakia. Oh my goodness. They're all looking at that defendant.
For you to teach your own cousin
Not her
and
blood.
he's staying.
That is not her blood cousin. Okay. She can do that.
there, but Lord knows it's not for rent. But
wasn't-
he's staying there
See, it's not
because
like
he's
what
busy
it's not
knocking
like
up
what
your
you,
cousin.
No, it's not like what you think. It's like not like he's living there. He had mail coming there. He had a lot of clothes there. He was just there, like, okay. She was like, oh,
Did he have mail coming there?
No.
Ms. Washington, what is it you thought was going to happen when you came here today and told me this?
Oh,
Because it's either your way, which is really juicy and crazy and awful, and it shouldn't be happening in government subsidized housing. Never mind regular. I mean, you kind of have to have a business license to do it. All right. Or it's his way and you kicked him out without evicting him, which is
no,
what you're
can I ask
supposed
you a
to do.
What's wrong with teaching people how to give oral sex? Everybody
That's right. You better ask. You better ask her.
need helps in
Right.
bed. So I don't really see that as a problem because I'm not a prostitute. So the way you're making it seem is like
Right.
I'm a prostitute. I don't go down on men. I
Right.
don't go down on female. I just know
That girl is quick. She's quick on her feet. She's very quick.
what
Just
I know.
fruit.
Yeah.
I just could tell that she's about her business, okay? Based on this wig and these pearls over here and the sweatsuit or whatever. She's going to 3 different functions. You could tell she's about her business.
Fruits and toys.
Fruits and toys.
A lot of toys, yes.
Stand on up,
Go
girl.
back.
In bed. So I don't really see that as a problem because I'm not a prostitute. So the way you're making it seem is like I'm a prostitute. I don't go down on men. I don't go down on female. I just know what
Just
I know.
fruit.
Fruits and toys.
Fruits and toys.
A lot of toys, yes.
Stand on up, girlfriend. What's your name?
Dominique.
Dominique, what's your last name? But you don't-
Scene.
All right, Ms. Messine, what's going on here?
Right.
That's all a lie that she just told you. The night that we
I mean, Dominic was not there though. So how do you know what was happening? You know, it's not far-fetched that the plaintiff would be sleeping with the defendant's fake cousin.
came over, I heard arguments in the background hallway.
Okay.
So then while we talking about it, I guess they overheard us talking. They came knock on the door.
Hmm.
We didn't answer. So they budged in, and she was like, "If you can have company over, you can ask your company to pay."
But I thought, didn't the plaintiff say that it was the defendant's friends asking for the money on her behalf? Isn't that what he said?
Your rent. So I got offended because I had nothing to do with this. Why are you asking me for money? So I opened my mouth, and when I opened my mouth, it got bigger. Like all 3 of the girls started jumping at me, talking, and then they started flinging things
Yeah, she effed around and found out.
off his dresser and telling me to get out now. And then after that, I seen the kid go back in her room and come back out with a bat. Now she's in my face with the bat, telling me she's gonna hit me with the bat. So now I call the cops because I feel threatened. So when I finished call the cops, she and the girl walks out the room
Which
and
girl?
just talking a whole bunch of crap in the hallway. And he decides to, he tells me to leave. So we take our stuff and we leave.
Is she giving oral sex lessons?
No.
Have you
She
ever
just
heard
ran
any?
out. She just ran out rooms in her apartment.
I've never, I don't even know what to say.
Look, I just said, or
What is it you're suing for? You're
The defendant did not deny swinging the bat. So I guess the plaintiff and his witness are telling the truth, kind of.
suing because when you came back in and with the police, and that was shortly thereafter, according to you, $2,000 worth of stuff is gone?
3 times.
Yes, a lot of my stuff actually. But I really had a lot of ties, nice ties. I really wanted back my stuff, and then, this whole thing happened.
But what happened? You go back in with the police. This is how long after you walked out?
My girlfriend called the cops, and then cops finally
How
get
long?
there.
An hour,
within
2 hours,
20
5
minutes,
minutes?
maybe 25.
25 minutes. You walk back in and what do you see?
It looks like a girl's room. It's not the room that I was just sleeping in. There's boots and there's panties and there's
What?
stuff. And then it's like, where's my clothes? My clothes is gone. And
Okay, from what I'm gathering, right? Because the plaintiff did not pay his rent or the remainder of the rent, the defendant moved somebody else into the room. This is something that I suppose that's what the plaintiff is hinting at. Somebody else moved in immediately within a space of 20 minutes.
everything's gone. I'm looking at my drawers. I'm like, where's my stuff?
Were you able to take any of your stuff?
Whatever was in the room. At the
What
time.
was it?
There was, the mattress that I was sleeping on.
Or maybe the defendant is telling the truth and the plaintiff never lived there. He only had a few of his belongings. And the boots or whatever it is that he's referring to belonged to the fake cousin. Something along those lines.
There was a air mattress. So I folded up. I had that, you know, a couple bags of clothes, and what I have?
The TV, the chair.
And I had a small TV, and I had
So
a
what
maybe
was
DVD
missing?
player, but I had a bracelet in the drawer, and I had a pair of jeans, brand new jeans, expensive jeans, you know, and a whole bag of ties, like I said.
Do you have a list? Do you have receipts? What do you have to prove
I
up your
wish I
case?
had receipts.
Well, you gotta have something because you gotta prove up your case.
This
You
is
can't
Right.
just
the
pick
list
a
of the
round
things
figure
that
out
I
of the
wrote
sky.
down that I know for sure are missing, you know, and I really wanted.
Did you
to
have
get
another
it
place
back.
as well as this place?
No, I didn't.
You just kind of wrote everything on a piece of paper.
I said make a list, and I didn't.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, you know, how are you going to prove up that all this, you know, Louis Vuitton sunglasses, $400, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
did you
I
take
have
this man's
pictures.
stuff?
I have these glasses
because you
and I
felt
was
you
wearing
could
them.
because he didn't pay you rent?
Oh, well, I'm gonna take. Okay, he said he got his TV that night. Why would I take boys' shirts and ties when I could have taken the television?
You do think like a criminal.
That
I mean,
that girl is quick. That girl is quick. I like her.
but she makes a good point.
That girl quick.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, is this woman allowed to teach people how to perform oral sex in a government housing project?
No,
Why?
Can do whatever
I
she
don't think
wants.
she should be allowed to teach anything
Because,
Girl.
because
Right.
it's not her house.
well, it's her apartment.
Lives
I mean, is
there.
she allowed to do it?
Absolutely. Why not?
He said, "Ooh, okay."
Okay.
Well, she's definitely, they're paying her. I mean, I think that she should be allowed to do anything in a house that she lives in.
Right.
People give like,
But she's running a business in the house.
totally. People are running tons of businesses in the project.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
In their
There's a
own-
ton of them. And it's her house. If people are seeking it, she should be able to.
Right.
she
There's
should
a
be able to
demand.
get it.
Okay.
The problem is some people
No,
aren't.
There's a demand, and she's just supplying.
Getting that one. Going inside the courtroom.
Do you have a single receipt for anything?
I wish, Judge.
How many?
He has 2 receipts.
Go ahead. What?
He has 2 receipts. And
Can I
the
have
reason, not now, he didn't bring it. I told him to bring it. But the reason
But you
why
understand
she,
what the problem is, right?
yes, the reason why
He
the
is
reason
unprepared. Prepared.
why she rearranged his room is to show that he was sleeping with her so-called cousin.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maybe he was. I don't know.
Oh, I kind of have a suspicion that there was something that went on there.
Right.
And
So, okay, she was there every night. Where was she the night that my other homegirl, shaved his chest in
I
my
don't see
bathroom?
Woo-hoo! Oh, okay.
He had fun with a lot of girls in my crib.
let me tell you the only thing I know.
Mhm.
I know you were renting that place to him. That's the only thing I know.
Yes.
I don't
Yes,
have
you
a doubt
was.
about that.
I was
What I don't know is what, if anything, was taken.
His
That's what I
jeans, his
what I can't
clothes,
know because you don't bring me
the receipts.
any evidence. That's the part I need. I need something.
Right.
I understand, Judge.
All right, guys. I'm not hearing enough proof to be able to rule in your favor.
Oh,
I do, however,
no.
I can tell you, for what it's worth, that I know you were renting that place. And that you weren't paying $515 a month, however good you think you are, for lessons for anything. But I can't just pull figures out of the sky. It's not what I do for a living, especially if you had receipts and didn't bring them. And all right. Goodbye, folks.
She's done. She's over them. You can tell that girl is about her action, okay? Just her demeanor and everything.
Well, in the absence of any receipts or other evidence, it's impossible for the judge to rule in your favor.
They should have taken this case to Judge Mathis. That's what the plaintiff should have done.
What's your reaction to this outcome?
I mean, that's crazy, you know, but I do understand that, you know, I'm going to need to prove my claim, you know, but I was absolutely renting the place and I don't think I should have been doing that. I didn't know that.
I don't know. Did he file a police report? That's also kind of missing, at least as far as his case is concerned.
You know, renting from the housing project was not supposed to be done, but I was renting and I lost all my things and I just wanted them back.
Mm-hmm. Is it true, any truth to what she's saying, that she was teaching?
Absolutely not.
How come you're laughing?
Because it's funny, so I'm not gonna take it serious.
Okay. All right. Around the corner there, and documents wait for you there. Okay. Good luck. All right. All right, step on in
That
here.
girl,
what's your
look at that girl. You know why I like her though? I like her because she went in there with her truth and she stuck to it. Not once did she waver. That's how you go about your case. Whatever your story is, you stick to that story, okay? Don't flip-flop. Stick to the story. Let's see the case to the end. This girl, man, the wig, the pearls, the I know what was the name of Kimara Lee Simmons line or brand, baby fat. You can tell that girl, and the purse, she's doing the damn thing.
reaction to this outcome?
I'm just glad that the judge ruled
Right.
in my favor because
Well, she didn't really believe the.
I know she didn't
Story.
believe the story, but he still didn't get $2,000 from me.
Okay.
So I'm happy.
Harvey?
Okay, simple. If you get in a
She did not go on national television and admit to violating the terms of her complex. Bravo to her. Man, that was a fantastic video. I truly enjoyed I enjoyed that video. I'll see you in the next long form video.